Alright, so to recap, in case there was a break there, um, we're on the planet, it was getting unhealthy, we just did extraction, and of course, the whole crew seemed to go into panic mode and decided to go into orbit. So we've temporarily delayed what we were trying to do on there, but this is the perfect time for me to actually start talking to people and checking things out. And granted, when I was first looking at this, I thought, hey, Subi's going to be my romance option. But apparently, she's for a female writer only. That's what it sounds like, so.
Ah, Pathfinder. It's so wonderful to meet you. I'm Dr. Suvi Anwar, assigned to act as liaison between your crew and the Nexus science team.
Nexus science team. Are you spying on us? Shh.
Welcome to my team. I look forward to working with you.
Likewise. I can't wait to get to work. There hasn't been much to do so far, unfortunately. I've studied all the planetary scans. I've even had some hands-on experience with Helios soil samples. If you want, I'll send you my analysis on the native bacteria and microfauna. 60 pages.
That's a lot of pages. About dirt.
Okay.
Oh, you don't have to be kind. I know it's barely more than a summary. Anyway, I've waited months to get out there to see Helios. It's why I joined the initiative. The Milky Way was just a corner of a vast universe, a corner of a tiny corner. We're the ones who got to step out of that corner. It's incredible.
I guarded a mass relay for some time. I always wanted to see the other side.
I totally know what you mean.
So will you be joining us on missions?
Oh, that's funny. Me, out there, with the guns and the danger and everything.
Now, I know that, like I say, she's not a romance option. That being said, let's get turned down. I'm going to do this one anyways, because that's what I've been planning on doing from the start.
I'm good with guns and danger. I could teach you, and make sure you're okay out there.
I appreciate the offer, but I'm happy where I am. Tinkering in labs. And, in case you offered hoping to get to know me better, that's not gonna work. I mean, I prefer to keep things professional.
I understand completely.
Oh.
Anyway, I've just received some instructions from the science team, and I really should go over them. Later, then.
Oh well, had to try. Alright, let's meet our pilot.
Glad you stopped by. You'll pardon me if I keep an eye on our vector.
That's probably smart.
Nothing like being on the bridge of your very own ship, is there?
It's exhilarating. You said you just... I do want to ask about that, although I was tempted on the exhilarating part. Well, let's go with this one.
You mentioned something about helping design the Tempest?
Test pilot, mostly. Plunging through the Nemean abyss was almost a preparation for the Scourge. Of course, it took a whole team to build the Tempest. I was the only one to come to Helios, though.
Why did you?
What can I say? We poured our hearts into a ship that wouldn't realize her potential until Andromeda. I could have stood on the shore and waved goodbye, or took the leap to see how it all turned out.
Okay, a big step for one ship. Ah, I go with this.
I get it. Like leaving a good story half-finished.
The team liked that one of us
The
was
author
going.
in me loves that.
It felt right, after all we went through. I remember Serena debugging line 2281 over and over, chewing that green pencil. Tion and O'Connell arguing equations, tapping on the console, 3 drips of coffee on the corner.
You remember all that?
Oh, yes. Solarians have photographic memories, and apparently mine's unusually sharp. Like my past is still happening. Though I suppose with the Solarian arc missing, you might not get many chances to compare.
Yeah, this is where I find them. There's Tan. Any word on the Slayer?
Did you hear anything about the Ark back in the Nexus?
Not a peep. Isn't that strange? You'd think there'd be something. Not that I dislike your company, but it's lonely without other Solarians.
We'll find them.
Don't sweat it. We'll bring the Solarians home.
Of course we will. I just have to be patient, that's all. I should get back to it, but thank you. I was afraid the Tempest would be mothballed after we lost your father. We built her for this. She deserves to be in a Pathfinder's hands. Please, come by any time.
Oh, there you go. Although now I'm trying to remember what the side doors were. Okay, escape pod. Have to remember where this is just in case. Right now?
Hello, Scott. It is interesting to be renewed.
How do you mean?
Since my creation, I have been Alec Ryder's Sam. Now, I am your Sam. I am still myself, but now the input and experiences I have are completely new. I will develop in a new direction. The term reincarnation seems appropriate.
Interesting. How do you feel about that, or Dad and I are that different? I'm not sure how he feels about it.
Are you okay with changing who you're becoming?
I cannot know until I see the result. I look forward to our continued partnership.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well,
Is it confusing to be in multiple places, talking to different people?
My awareness can be partitioned, so I can give you the same attention as, say, a SAM node technician. In the field, you are my primary focus, and all other requests are queued. In the vernacular, you have my undivided attention.
that's nice.
Sam, any more information on the memory trigger we found?
The memory blocks are still in place. If you continue searching for more triggers, they may unlock.
Sam's location.
Are you still on the Hyperion?
Yes, this terminal provides a direct link to my servers in SAM node on the Ark. I can maintain a presence on the Tempest via quantum entanglement communication.
I have ran into it before.
I'm
so
sure
just
that'll
gonna-
come in handy.
It ensures I remain in touch with you and the Pathfinder team at all times.
Now let's try Sarah and I.
What was Dad's take on me and Sarah?
He believed your family trials brought you closer together, and hoped that would endure. It appears that hope was well-founded.
Aww, humor.
So if we're going to work together, you might notice I like to joke around sometimes. Lighten things up. How's your sense of humor, Sam?
Alec Ryder encouraged me to develop this skill.
Humor's not a skill, it's... Okay, try telling me a joke.
A neutron enters a bar and asks, "How much is a drink?" The bartender replies, "For you, no charge."
But
I can see why Dad told you to keep working on your humor. Thanks, Sam. Nothing more.
Oh, there's my bay.
You're not Harry.
The blue give it away? Habitat 7 was a little more action-packed than Harry bargained for. He decided to spend his retirement years on the Hyperion looking after your sister.
Oh.
Happy to have you, Dr. Tapero.
I'll do my best. Now, hold still.
Ow!
Sorry.
I remember you having a gentler touch.
Still trying to get my bearings. Thought I'd be waking up colonists, not taking care of the Pathfinder.
I couldn't be in better hands.
I just stabbed you.
We all have off days.
I always hoped to work in the field, but everything's happening so quickly.
Focus on the positive. It helps.
I guess this is my opportunity to study alien species firsthand. Getting a Ket specimen aboard the Hyperion would be difficult, but here,
What?
a Ket corpse. For autopsy, a live subject would be better, but I'm not greedy.
Why do you care about the cat?
Harry didn't tell you? I'm a specialist in alien anatomy. My thesis on Krogan virility and aggression is what got me in the initiative.
So there's the romance option there. And I admit I kind of wondered about, well, like, see, Tapero, I don't know, for some reason I was more interested in the professional medical Asari than the way PB was acting early. But Twin Core and that's weird. It's like I think so much in the game about the romance options, and you know, BioWare sprinkles them in there, and we chase them. And admit, a lot of gamers, a lot of people playing these videos and all that, they're like, that seems to be a big question. Who are you romance with? You know, who are you hooking up with? It's like we're thinking about that more, you know, just as big as any other instance in the game. And there's an interesting thesis. Anatomist and physician.
Anatomist? Physician? That's quite the resume.
I'm also a licensed psychologist. 275 years has given me plenty of time to branch out. But we were discussing the Ket. An autopsy could teach us potential weaknesses, average lifespan.
Right.
Just something to think about. Sam, make sure the Pathfinder eats his vegetables.
That is cruel. That's cruel. Why'd you do that? So like an interesting conversation.
Oh, hey, Pathfinder.
The Pathfinder's there? Let me say hi.
Fine, but don't embarrass me. Ryder, this is Sid, my sister. Sid, Ryder.
Is that the charming thing? Younger sister, right?
Let me guess. Little sister?
Who are you calling little?
Look, kiddo, gotta go.
Wait, Ryder, I just wanted to know if...
So I know it feels like I just jumped aboard your ship without explanation.
This beats the Nexus.
I would have done the same just to get off the Nexus.
That's not why I came. Sure, I want to explore the galaxy, but I'm really here to work. I know everyone on the crew, even the actuators Gil prefers for the ship. Better, I know how to get my hands on them. With me around, your crew's going to be at their best. We've been failing for months, Ryder. Now that we have you, we have a chance out here.
Listen to her. She almost seems to have like a two-tone voice going on. Now again, I thought either Vetra or Cora, but I don't know. I'm not going to go too much on this yet. Let's see. You're good with guns. That's what I'm curious about.
Ability to haggle with the locals? Great. But please tell me you're also good in a fight.
Like I said
yeah.
before, Wrangler, Provisioner, Gunner, and everything in between. I do what I have to. We all have a personal stake in this. If it keeps going the way it's been, we're all dead. I should track down a lead for Gil's actuators. Back channels, you know. We'll chat later?
I kind of keep thinking of, no? Okay. See what happens here.
Pathfinder, help me with something? I know, not
Just
exactly
move the
standard.
couch.
Gotta make the space comfortable. Plus, the fabric diffuses the charge from an overclocked Omni blade. Not giving up a 6% boost, right?
Diffuse the charge from an overclocked. Where'd you find a couch?
Someone brought this to Andromeda?
It was new when we left. It's been a hard year. So, finally time for that beer? And after 2 years and a dozen suspensions, I took a lateral promotion out of the force. Being a cop just didn't fit. But crisis response? Digging people out of trouble? That worked. I bet Hustle followed you into a few peace actions. Think about your Alliance days much?
Let's go to Who's Hustle.
Tell me about your group.
Heavy Urban Search Terrain 1? Yeah. Earth's contribution to a multi-species disaster response unit. HUST-1, but Hustle looks much better on the patch. All civilians, retired vets, or shits like me. I was fiercely bearded. Tastes better just thinking about those days.
I saw that. I don't think about that time. Well, I'm thinking when we talked earlier, we just gardened one side relay, one was the other side, so I think I'll go with this one.
I put it behind me after Dad's work went sour. It was A long time ago.
600 years, give or take. So, Pathfinder. Why Andromeda?
That blunt, huh?
That blunt.
Like this. No, not gonna do that. I dream of adventure.
I hoped my Alliance career would lead to adventure. Exploring, hunting dangers in the dark. Didn't happen. Couldn't. But here, everything's new. And I want to see it all.
Ah, I don't hear idealist a lot. Everyone's cynical.
Back at you, Costa. Why'd you come?
I want to say I'm running from my past, but really running from myself. That'd be a great story. But it's bullshit. I had family, friends, a good enough job, nothing was wrong. I just heard about the initiative and I believed in it. I believed in a new beginning. Still do. I have to. We're in it.
We could change direction. It puts pressure on all of us. I don't really like the choices here. Let's do this. Let's try
We can't
this.
go back. But we're not trapped by decisions a galaxy behind us.
I don't feel trapped.
It'd be
We
like
came
that.
from a good place for good reasons. We keep that in mind, it'll steer us right, just like back in Crisis Response. Remember the essentials. A new start guided by the Pathfinder. And team. I'll bust my tail to make that a good story.
That's pretty good talk with Liam there. You got him to move the couch around there. Let's go see Gil.
Pathfinder, making the rounds. Slumming it, huh? Want to see how the riffraff are making out?
Shh.
Hey, this is the most important part of the ship.
Whoa, don't tell me they put someone smart in charge for a change. I am at your command.
Just want to see how things are going with the ship.
I can coax more out of this baby than some might think, but we shouldn't go too far or push too hard between Nexus stops. For now. It just feels good to be stretching our wings, you know? Locked in idle too long, you start to drift. People, same as ships. Stuck on the Nexus, gotta say, I was regretting joining the initiative.
I doubt you were the only one.
Yes, but it's a new thing for me, regret. I tend to live the way I work. Kind of feel it, do it. Not a lot of close ties, no real sense of purpose. Figured maybe I'd find my true calling in Andromeda. Then I got here and, oops, I just made a decision there's no turning back from. I was going nuts on that station. You can't know how jazzed I was when you showed up.
Okay, not picking that option. Funny.
We're exploring this cluster. Eventually, the galaxy.
I know
If your
when I'm
purpose is here,
talking
we'll find it.
these
Then the
in
question
this
will
way
be,
with the
what will I do with it? In the meantime, you just keep pointing this ship wherever you want it to go, and I'll make sure she can get there.
I also
Deal?
talk with the crewmates.
Deal.
I'm being on the emotional side with most of these instead of the analytical. I guess I'm like trying to help give hope.
Nice place you found.
Clean air, plants, helps me think.
Something on your mind?
Maybe.
Huh.
Your biotics always do that when you're maybe stressed?
I got it. I'm good. I don't normally lose it like that. A huntress should have better control.
Huntress?
Another term for an Asari commando. I was one, before the initiative. Some things stick, though. Like losing the old man.
How does a human soldier get to serve with Asari?
Prove your biotics can rip an APC apart, and people get nervous. Funny that. The Alliance found me a cross-species military initiative in a hurry. Sent me to Thessia to serve with the Huntress unit. One of the few places where my powers were welcomed. Your father made another one.
You were his second in command. Were you friends, too?
He was more a mentor than a friend. Prickly old bastard. But I respected that. People treat geniuses like they're made of cut glass. I didn't care how smart he was. I think he liked someone not caring.
Cut glass. We'll say we can talk, or we all ask something. It's just she misses him, and that's an understatement that we all.
I know it's not the same, but I'm a good listener.
I hope you're as good at being Pathfinder. I prepped for years as your father's second. Then he chooses you? An untrained Pathfinder and all this mess to fix? The hell was he thinking?
Is this going to be a problem, Cora?
I don't want a rival. Just answers. It's done. Best I can do now is be your second. Keep your father's mission alive. Then maybe we'll all get what we came out here for.
See, I'm tempted to meet Cora, the beacher, but I don't know. Some people like get to know him a little more. That's kind of funny. It's like, again, it's like I talked about relationships earlier. It's like this decision, like, what do I do? It's like this would be probably one of the. I mean, as a Pathfinder, he's got bigger worries. We'll be good together.
You, me, side by side? I like the sound of that.
Don't be charming when I'm mad at you.
Are you? You're not glowing. Blushing, maybe.
Look, there's still the mission. A lot of dreams to fulfill.
Yeah, it won't be easy. What'd you come for? Let's try that one.
So what brought you out to Andromeda?
Biotics like this. Thinking like an Asari huntress. I never had a place. Best I could be was a useful freak. The initiative was meant to be different. Will be different if this mission succeeds. So I'm seeing it through. It's quiet in here. I can keep the plants watered while I work. First job, see if there's any news on the Asari Ark. If they made it, we could use some Asari expertise. If you want to talk, I'll be here.
Okay, cool. Oh. Alright. So that's interesting. So she's hanging out in the biolab. Huh. So I think I've talked to everybody now. Exception that we don't have really PB on the crew, and throw in some more.
Ryder?
What did you do while you were part of the Asari military?
4 years in a commando unit called Talane's Daughters. Part of the Council's cross-species military integration initiative. You probably had a more exciting time defending that Arcturus relay. But we did good work. Peacekeeping is a full-time job, even in Asari space.
What was your commando unit like?
Janae and I were the youngsters. Tethys was our old lady sniper. Kalia patched us up, and Valenza prayed between firefights. Our CO, Nasira, led us all over the Athena Nebula and beyond. A huntress's work is never done.
Soldiers are always needed.
Every civilization needs its defenders.
And the defenders usually match their civilization. Like Asari huntresses being adaptable as hell. Makes you wonder what our militia will look like in 100 years.
That's the idea of war stories too. That opened up after we talked. Let's do war stories.
After 4 years with Asari commandos, you must have some great war stories.
Nasira assassinated a Krogan warlord with a pack of playing cards once.
A pack of cards?
Choking hazard, apparently.
Wow. You were in the Alliance before you became a Huntress, right? What made you join up?
My biotics. I was still living on my parents' cargo freighter when they manifested. Untrained biotic power on a starship means accidents. But we couldn't afford a tutor. The Alliance had implants, the training, everything. Old history now. Your turn. Remind me why you came to Andromeda.
I spent years watching pioneers go through the Arcturus mass relays. Off to glory, while I stayed behind. Then Dad's career collapsed. His AI research made him too toxic.
I heard. Must have changed everything for your family.
It was time to forge my story and my horizons, and to give Sarah a shot at making the discovery of a lifetime. So, Andromeda.
None of you writers ever think small, do you?
Feeling special.
Did you come out here with anyone? Maybe someone you served with?
I had my fun on shore leave. Nothing serious, though. Sorry, Huntresses. Figure things out. But I was there for soldiering, not romance.
That feels like too forward to be doing that. Just curious, how do they figure it out? That'd be the funny one to ask, wouldn't it? Gosh, I feel like he's not asked this.
You're not technically military anymore.
Can't get anything past you, can I?
All right.
See you later, Cora.
I'll be here.